Welcome to the ultimate countdown of top 10 action anime you need to watch, featuring explosive battles, intense storylines, and main characters who never back down. These shows deliver non-stop energy, powerful rivalries, and moments that'll keep you on the edge of your seat. Whether you're just getting into action anime or you've seen it all, this list brings something for everyone. Stick around, because your next favorite anime might be just a few spots away. In the world of Dimension W, energy is no longer a problem. Humanity has discovered a new fourth dimension, an endless power source tapped through mysterious devices called coils. It's the future, sleek and advanced, but it's not perfect. Illegal coils, corruption, and hidden dangers are everywhere. And that's where Kuma Mabuchi comes in. He's a coil-hating bounty hunter, old school, gruff, and all muscle, with zero patience for new tech. He drives a gas-powered car in a world of wireless energy, and doesn't care what anyone thinks. But everything changes when he crosses paths with Mira, a strange, highly advanced girl with a secret of her own. From that moment, the story kicks into gear. Dimension W blends sci-fi, action, and mystery into a stylish, fast-paced ride. The world building is top-notch, filled with futuristic cities, underground labs, and shadowy organizations. The animation is slick, the tech is cool, and every episode peels back more of the secrets behind the coils and the mysterious Dimension W. But what really sells it is the dynamic between Kuma and Mira. He's all instinct and brute force, while she's smart, curious, and deeply human, even if she isn't. Their bond drives the story forward, balancing hard-hitting battles with real emotional moments. Dimension W isn't just another sci-fi anime. It's a sharp, thrilling ride with heart, questions that'll keep you thinking, and a unique aesthetic that sticks with you. If you like grounded characters in high-tech worlds, this one's worth every second. Meet Sakamoto, once the deadliest hitman in the underground world, feared by criminals, assassins, and basically everyone with a bounty on their head. He was unstoppable, silent, and always got the job done. But one day, he vanished. Why? Because he fell in love, settled down, got married, and opened a convenience store. Now, he's a chubby, soft-spoken guy who spends his days stacking shelves and spoiling his daughter. But don't be fooled. Underneath those glasses and dad bod is still the most dangerous man alive. And when trouble comes knocking, the old Sakamoto shows up real quick. That's what makes Sakamoto Days so much fun. It's an action comedy where slice of life meets brutal martial arts. 1 minute, he's arguing about groceries. The next, he's disarming assassins with a shopping bag. The action scenes are insanely creative, using everyday objects in wild ways. But it's not just fighting. It's stylish, hilarious, and surprisingly wholesome. Sakamoto doesn't kill anymore, and that rule adds tension to every fight. How do you take down elite killers without going full assassin? That's what he figures out, with help from a few oddball allies and his unmatched instincts. The art and direction are crisp, smooth, and full of energy. And the pacing? Fast but fun. Sakamoto Days blends the absurd and the awesome into one unforgettable ride. Whether you're in it for the laughs, the creative action, or just to see a dad outsmart trained killers with a smile, this one is pure anime gold. Tanjiro Kamado is just a kind-hearted boy living in the mountains with his family, selling charcoal to survive. He's gentle, humble, and cares more about others than himself. But everything changes the day he returns home to find his life shattered. From that moment, he's thrown into a world of demons, bloodthirsty creatures that hunt humans in the shadows. But Tanjiro isn't just chasing revenge. He's chasing hope. He wants to protect what's left of his family, no matter how impossible it seems. That's where his journey as a demon slayer begins. And let me tell you, Demon Slayer is on another level. The art? Breathtaking. Every fight looks like a painting in motion. The sword techniques? Flashy, colorful, unforgettable. The emotions? Raw. You feel every moment, every loss, every little victory. Tanjiro isn't your typical angry hero. He's compassionate, even toward his enemies. But don't let that fool you. When the battle starts, he goes all in. And he's not alone. Alongside him are unforgettable characters like Zenitsu, Inasu, and the mysterious Nezuko, each bringing their own chaos, comedy, and power to the team. The music soars, the pacing never drags, and every episode pulls you deeper into a world full of beauty and danger. Demon Slayer Season 1 isn't just about fighting demons, it's about holding on to humanity in a world that's lost it. Whether you're here for the action or the emotion, this anime will grip you from start to finish. Hey, Nagai is just your average high school student, smart, quiet, focused on becoming a doctor. He doesn't care about politics or monsters. All he wants is a normal, peaceful life. But everything changes in one horrifying moment. After a sudden accident, Kei learns the truth. He's not human. He's an Ajin, a mysterious and rare type of immortal being feared and hunted by society. From that second on, the world turns against him. He's on the run, not because of something he did, but because of what he is. And that's where Ajin, demi-human, grabs you. This isn't your typical superpower story. It's tense, dark, and psychological. Kei isn't trying to be a hero. He's trying to survive in a world that now sees him as a threat. And it's not just humans he has to worry about. There are other Ajin out there, and not all of them are on his side. The show dives deep into what it means to be human, what fear does to people, and how far someone will go when pushed to the edge. The action scenes are sharp, the suspense is tight, and the concept? Completely unique. Ajins don't die, but the way the show uses that power is where the tension really hits. Every chase, every strategy, every twist keeps you guessing. Ajin, demi-human, is smart, gritty, and intense from episode 1 to the end. If you're looking for an anime that blends horror, action, and thriller vibes into one addictive ride, this one delivers. Johnny Bolt isn't your average criminal. He's a superpowered crook with big dreams but terrible luck. He's known for pulling off heists, but things haven't exactly gone his way lately. Down on his luck and desperate for a fresh start, Johnny hatches a plan to pull off the biggest score ever, if only he can find the right team. Enter the world of super crooks, where supervillains aren't just bad guys. They're complicated, flawed, and sometimes even charming. Johnny's crew is a wild mix of misfits with powers, quirks, and personalities that clash as much as they cooperate. What makes this anime stand out is how it blends action with dark humor and heart. You get explosive heist scenes packed with creativity, tension, and moments that keep you guessing. But it's not just about the crimes, it's about the people behind them. Johnny's story is one of loyalty, desperation, and the desire to rise above a world that's constantly knocking him down. The animation is slick, colorful, and full of energy, capturing the chaotic vibe of a superpowered underworld. The soundtrack hits just right, making every scene pulse with excitement. Whether you're into superhero twists, crime capers, or anti-heroes with style, Super Crooks delivers all that and more. His fast isn't your typical hero. He's a devil hunter with a sharp sword, sharper wit, and absolutely no patience for nonsense. Half demon and all attitude, he runs a one-man shop that deals in supernatural cleanups, usually messy, loud, and stylish as hell. He's broke most of the time, but when demons show up causing chaos, he's the one you want cutting them down. Devil May Cry on Netflix wastes no time throwing you into Dante's gritty, gothic world, where contracts are deadly, clients are weird, and demons don't stand a chance. The show is pure adrenaline. The fights? Fast, fluid, and explosive. Dante slices, shoots, and flips through combat like it's second nature, and it's all animated with insane detail. But there's more than just flash. Behind that red coat and devil-may-care grin is a guy haunted by the past, walking the line between two worlds. The anime gives you just enough of that emotional weight without slowing down the action. The atmosphere is thick, dark streets, cursed cathedrals, roaring motorcycles, and demons lurking in the shadows. The soundtrack? Absolutely electric. Whether you're a longtime fan of the game series or totally new, this show hits hard. It's cool without trying, chaotic in the best way. and every episode leaves you wanting more. Devil May Cry doesn't hold your hand, it throws you into the fire, guns blazing, swords spinning, with Dante leading the charge. If you want high stakes, high style action with bite, this anime delivers. Yuji Itadori isn't your typical high schooler. He's strong, fast, and could easily be an athlete, but all he wants is a peaceful life and time with his friends. Sounds simple, right? That is, until he stumbles into a world filled with curses, dark, twisted spirits born from human negativity. When a cursed object enters his life, Yuji makes a decision that changes everything. One moment he's an ordinary teen, the next he's at the center of a supernatural war. And that's when Jujutsu Kaisen kicks in hard. What follows is non-stop intensity, explosive fights, killer animation, and characters who hit you emotionally just as much as they hit their enemies. Yuji's journey isn't about becoming the strongest just for glory. It's about saving people, facing death, and pushing through fear. You'll watch him grow with every battle, not just in power, but in heart. He's funny, relatable, and has moments that'll break you and lift you up all at once. Add in fan favorites like Gojo, Nobara, and Megumi, and you've got a squad that delivers on every level. The animation? Absolute fire. Mappa didn't hold back. Every punch, every curse technique, every stare down is done with insane detail. Jujutsu Kaisen doesn't just entertain, it leaves a mark. Whether you love emotional weight or wild supernatural brawls, this anime hits both. And by the end of season 1, you're not just watching Yuji's story, Denji's life is pure struggle. He's not dreaming of fame, power, or even becoming a hero. He just wants to eat good food and maybe hug a girl one day. That's it. But when you're drowning in debt and working for shady devil hunters just to survive, even those small dreams feel impossible. Denji's world is brutal, filthy, and cruel. But right beside him is Pachita, his loyal chainsaw dog and only friend. Then, something insane happens, and Denji's world flips. Suddenly, he's no longer just a broke kid. He becomes something entirely different. Enter Chainsaw Man, an anime that doesn't play by the usual rules. The moment Denji transforms, the show goes off the rails in the best way possible. Blood, madness, devils, it's all stylish, violent, and completely unpredictable. But here's the catch, under all the chaos, Chainsaw Man has heart. Denji's simple dreams hit harder than most big heroes' speeches. You feel his hunger, his loneliness, and the weird hope he holds onto. The animation is a visual beast, fluid, gritty, and alive. Every fight scene feels like a movie. The characters around him? Wild, unhinged, and unforgettable. And the soundtrack? Just straight up addictive. Chainsaw Man isn't just edgy, it's emotional, hilarious, and full of moments that make you stop and say, "Did that really just happen?" It's one of the boldest anime out there, and once you step into Denji's world, you're in for a ride you won't forget. At the start of Solo Leveling, we meet Jinwoo-sung, known as the weakest hunter alive. He's the kind of guy who gets injured just entering a dungeon, barely able to keep up with the others. But even though the world sees him as useless, he never quits. He risks his life every day just to support his sick mother and younger sister. Sounds depressing, right? But that's where the magic of Solo Leveling begins. One day, everything changes for him. He's given a chance, one nobody else has. From that moment on, Jiwoo doesn't just get stronger, he evolves. You watch him rise step by step into something unstoppable. What makes this anime so addictive isn't just the action, though that's jaw-dropping. It's the pacing, the build-up, the transformation of a man who was at rock bottom and started climbing to the top. Every episode feels like a power-up. The music pumps you up, the animation is god-tier, and the atmosphere keeps you on edge. Whether it's the insane boss fights or the mystery behind his new powers, Solo Leveling hooks you fast and never lets go. And through it all, you root for Jinwoo, not because he's overpowered, but because you've seen what he's been through. This is more than just another fantasy anime. It's a comeback story. It's hype. It's heart. And once you start watching, There's no going back. Gabamaru the Hollow. He's a ninja trained to kill without feeling, without fear, without mercy. From the outside, he looks empty. But deep down, he's holding on to one thing that keeps him going. Not power, not survival, something personal, something real. That's where Hell's Paradise begins. He's sentenced to die, yet somehow survives every execution. Why? Because this man isn't ready to give up. Then he's offered one chance at freedom. But the price? He must travel to a mysterious island where death lurks in every shadow, and monsters defy everything you think you know about nature. This isn't your average battle anime. The island itself feels alive, beautiful on the surface, but horrifying underneath. The moment Gabamaru sets foot there, Hell's Paradise turns into a mix of raw survival, intense combat, and deep character exploration. The action scenes? Brutal and fast. The visuals? A surreal mix of elegance and gore. But what makes this anime stand out is the emotion packed between the bloodshed. Gabamaru isn't fighting just to win. He's fighting to reclaim something that matters. Every episode peels back another layer, revealing his humanity, his struggle, and the twisted beliefs of everyone around him. The characters he meets are just as broken, just as dangerous, and just as unforgettable. Hell's Paradise delivers that rare combo: violence and beauty, action and meaning, chaos and clarity. If you want an anime that makes you feel something while keeping you locked in with insane fights, this one's a must-watch. Thanks for sticking around to the end of our top 10 action anime list. From explosive fights to unforgettable heroes, these anime prove that action never goes out of style. If any of these titles caught your eye, don't forget to like, subscribe, and let me know your favorite in the comments. I'd love to hear it. And if you didn't agree with the ranking, no worries, just pretend number 1 was your idea all along. See you in the next one.